Hello, everyone. We are Down to Talk, and my name is Franco,
I am Kayang.
Name's Jack.
And I'm Minchan.
and we are with our host and guest, Isko. I mean, everyone already knows who you are. Na.
Siguro pagka sa inedit yun, loading.
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 Oh.
So, I know alam na ng tanan, like, kung sino ka. Pero, like, can you give us a short introduction of yourself and how you're related to our sustainable development goal, which is poverty?
I've been in public service for the past 24 years
Yeah.
of my life, out of 48. So half of my life was dedicated to public service, and but having said that, with regard to your SDG, I'm a believer of MBN.
Mm.
No, MBN stands for minimum basic needs, and minimum basic needs is about education,
Mm.
housing, healthcare, and job opportunity.
Mm.
So when any government, for that matter, would address this type of basic services, tataas yung the quality of life
Yeah.
of its citizenry.
Mm.
So, since time immemorial, when I was a legislator for 18 years, as
Oh.
9 years as councilor, and 9 years as vice mayor,
Mm.
and as mayor
Mm.
in implementing things.
Mm.
My world in terms of policy making evolved in minimum basic needs.
Yeah. That's very amazing.
So, knowing you, knowing your past, how was education like?
Oh,
Because I know it must have been a struggle, but from what from what I've known, your high school wasn't that bad.
yeah, I'm a product of public education system. I studied it in Rosauro Almario Elementary School. Also, I'm a product of daycare system. I don't know if you're familiar.
What is that?
Daycare system is like before you go to elementary or primary education, there is a preparation.
Oh, so it's like
Which is like a community, a small
Yeah.
room where there's a teacher for daycare, and then after that I went to Tondo High School when I graduated my primary education. It's hard in terms of economic at home.
Yeah.
You know, I literally grew up in the slums of
Manila.
Tondo. But I am happy and proud to say that our teachers is really trying to do their best despite of lack of resources in terms of
Yeah.
facilities like your school has. But nakaraos kami. I do believe that because of our teachers' perseverance, we have a very good public education system. I had public education system.
Yes. Because I think, because initially I came from a public school.
Oh,
So I was thinking, like, many of my teachers actually, they complained na their salary is very, very low. What do you
Yeah.
think about that, and how?
yeah. Sometimes
It-
you have to understand your teachers also because they have
Mm.
needs in sa bahay.
Yeah.
They have to feed
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
And to those people who are what we call umaasa
Mm.
sa kanila.
Mm.
And the irony is that we call
Yeah.
teaching as a noble profession,
Mm.
It is.
but the government, no,
Yeah.
that's the ironic part.
Yeah.
The government doesn't look at it very well. I mean, one maybe lack of national resources.
Definitely.
government in terms of funding.
Especially nowadays, it's very unstable.
Yeah. But I think I do believe in what you said, Jack, that it has to be addressed.
Definitely.
Hirap talaga rin sila. They're struggling. But the good thing is that they don't give up.
Of course, yes.
Yung guiding our next generation.
Of course.
So I also wanted to ask, because you said that you went to a public school, and
Yes.
public school obviously have less revenue than private school, right?
There's no revenue.
It is
Really?
Definitely. It's free. It's free. But
Oh,
there are some
okay.
fees, miscellaneous fees. But even though there's miscellaneous fee, I, for one, I almost did not graduate.
Really?
Because I cannot pay 120 pesos
Oh, yeah.
at the time
Wow.
for the year.
How much was 120 pesos compared to
It
now?
was so much.
Well, inflation.
Well, yeah, of course, but what was it like?
Maybe it's like about 500 or 700 pesos.
Wow,
within that
is a
range.
very big difference.
Because your papa is very poor. Literally, like poorest among the poor.
How are you able to come up to this stage without the lack of help that you got from education? Like, as you can see now, you're a very successful person. So I want to hear more about like how you
Yeah.
studied.
Yeah.
Oh, well, with regard to my primary and secondary education, I really tried to be studious as much as possible because I'm a believer of education.
Yeah. I see.
So I do answer my questionnaires and assignments. I join school activities.
Like what? What was your like favorite things
We
to
have
do?
basketball. We have sepak takraw.
Uy.
What is that?
Sepak takraw is like sipa.
I like sipa.
It's a small, parang ganitong ball. Like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parang it's a sports stars. Minsan badminton.
Mm-hmm.
And we do ROTC.
Ah.
What's RO? Is that the military
Yeah.
The one
program?
that's
Yeah.
going to be,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
remember back in my last school.
We call
in
it
Saving.
CAT.
No.
Cadet something A something training.
Yeah.
CAT. It's like in preparation for your baccalaureate or tertiary education,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is ROTC. So at that time, so we also have some.
It was mandatory back then, right?
It's going to be now.
Uh, It's
That would be
part of
interesting,
the what do you call that? Elective.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, di ba, you have to pass your elective
Yeah.
also. So it's like, more or less more mandatory.
Mm.
Every time you go to school,
Wow.
you always wanted to focus on your teachers or your teacher, listening to them. But pag your tummy is grumbling, tama
Tummy
ba yung
ache.
English ko?
Yeah, tummy ache.
Yung gumagano. So because you didn't eat breakfast, but thank the Lord and
Yeah.
thank God, nakaraos.
Mm.
So, if you were to compare the state of poverty back in your time and versus now, do you think people have a better chance in general to escape this cycle, to have a better future, to have a better chance?
The good news about nowadays is that opportunities are getting wider
Okay.
How so?
because of existing technology.
Oh yeah.
In technology, learning some skills, even at home, you can make a living.
Even
That's
the
why you remember the work from home thing.
oh
Di
yeah.
ba? The graphics designer, programmer. At the time, wala nun.
Yeah.
It's like an 8-hour thing.
You arrive at work. You work
You
8 to
earn.
9 hours.
If you don't have work, you don't have money. Although today is still the same. But there's more opportunity today. So it's a matter of you trying to, maging aggressive.
Yeah.
Yung ability, use your ability.
Yeah.
And there is a chance of growth, personal growth. If you excel in your field of undertaking nowadays, because of the demand of particular sets of skills, so you'll have a better chances of improving
Yeah.
yourselves economically. At the time, it's more on hard labor. I started collecting garbage at 10 years old.
Oh yeah, I remember your
Yeah.
story. Yeah.
You saw the house, diba? When you were small.
Yeah.
We live in a shanty. I go to school in the morning. In the afternoon, I go to Divisoria to collect garbage, to augment
Yeah.
family's earning. Then high school, I promoted myself.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I became a sidecar driver.
I'm
From
very
scavenger to pedicab
Level up.
driver.
At least now you don't have to be
Level
so tired every day. You get to
Yeah.
drive around.
That is so impressive.
It's near to impossible thing. No, it's really
Yeah.
it's something.
Yeah.
But well, that's the thing of the past. I'm grateful to the Lord, and but you really have to persevere.
Yeah.
You really have to catch up.
Yeah.
And it's like a survival thing. So if you don't earn, you don't eat. So you go to school with empty stomach,
Yeah.
and it's really hard, and you cannot buy things that you want, like kids
Yeah.
wants, but you learn to live with it. You know, you have to always move forward,
Yeah.
and every day is like catching up.
Yeah.
Today, the difference today is there. Like now we are in BGC. 20 years ago, there's nothing here.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
just
That's how
market
fast they
market.
just
Yes.
built all of this?
Yes.
In just 2 decades. So while we are struggling as a country and the world is struggling because of uncertainties, but economically there is more opportunity nowadays
Yeah.
compared to our time.
Especially
Yeah.
with the growth of technology and how communication is now just so much more streamlined.
And you need able people
Yeah.
to man those things.
Yeah.
Even though it's technology, it can run. Some of it can run by itself, but people needs to
Yeah.
do something
Manage it,
about
yeah,
that technology.
manage it.
So
Yeah.
before, there's no such thing. You just graduate. Like me, my dream is to be a ship captain. So for me to be a ship captain, is to go to school for
Yeah.
being a tripulante is a crew, no?
You have to.
But nowadays, if you have some tools that are available and go online and study programming, you can learn it.
Yeah.
So, what do you think was the key essential effect that made the BGC grow so successfully, in your opinion?
Well, because the government became aggressive in
Modernization? Or
disposing non-performing asset and underperforming asset, because this used to be a government property. This is a golf course and a camp. But through creative mind of a leader, which we need most of the time, in fact, all the time, no? They let go of this, and some portion of the country also let go of it, and let the private sector invest.
Yeah.
Then, because there is space, like there is a say, if you build, they'll come. Di ba? So, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
When private sector came in, more jobs were created, construction workers, supplies are being, biglang nagkaroon ng demand. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there is about 17 items that are needed to build a building or infrastructure for that matter.
17
So,
different
items like sand, cement,
concrete.
and so many things. So, and
Steel.
there are industries. So umikot yung
So
yung
through
pera.
the cycle of needing to build all of this, so much
Opportunity were made.
so much opportunities were made,
Yes.
and the economy was
rolling. Yeah.
rolling essentially,
Yeah.
especially in
And that's
Metro
very
Manila region.
important across, I mean, universally speaking.
Yeah, the more business is going on, generally
More
that's how-
jobs, opportunity, more jobs in business create stability
Yeah.
and create opportunity for our people. And
Yeah.
if that is the case, then more taxes for the government, more taxes, then more
Equals more-
services.
and more services to
Yes,
help
and
further
one of those
expansion
is
and
we're
growth.
talking about education
Mm.
and housing. So, poverty alleviation program can be introduced
Yeah.
or supported better
Yeah.
because of resource, the ability of the government to generate new sources or what we call windfall.
What is that?
Windfall is you're trying to do something to create out of it, and it's supposed to be kapag if the government needs money,
Yeah.
the laziest thing for any leader to think is to tax the people.
That's the
Yeah, I agree.
that's the straight up way to get everyone to hate you.
Yeah, no,
Not
yeah,
really.
but if you're a lazy leader, you would
Exactly.
only
It just
think
makes
of,
it worse.
just tax them or create a new word for a tax. Or create something like, in this case, we're talking about BGC with regard to your question. So you generate a space.
Yeah.
Space needs to be occupied. And occupied space needs to function for its purpose, whether it's
Yes.
business. So when there's business, naturally,
Things get
windfall.
better.
Yeah, the windfall is you have new source of taxes without being a burden to your people.
The quality of life goes higher, and so the people are more likely to
Yeah.
accept taxes,
Pay
Yeah,
their
pay tax.
obligation.
pay their obligations as their
Kasi
citizens.
no matter who you are,
You need to
Uh,
pay taxes.
there are only two certain in this world: debt and taxes.
You are the youngest person to be elected as mayor, right?
Yes.
Yes.
How did it feel, like achieving such success at a young age, starting from all the way from
No,
the
I don't
bottom
look at
to-
my age. I look at my responsibility that my family, paid the price. Don't expect different results will come to you tomorrow if what you did today is the same as yesterday. As a student, you wanted good grades, pero you keep on playing ML.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you're ready.
You start lang, Franco.
Okay. Hello, everyone. We
Not
are.
yet.
Oh, sorry.
Ready?
Oh, we're ready na po.
Okay, sorry.